Here's 5 key factors in choosing a bank. If you're new to banking or you're not sure about what other banking options are available and what you should do to choose that bank, well, I'm going to give you some ideas here as to how you can best decide which bank is best for you. So this is Discovering My Money, and you can go ahead and click subscribe and like if this helps you out at all, and pass this on to anybody else who's trying to figure out which bank is the best for them, or if they're new to banking and they're not sure where to start, this might help them out. And of course, leave your comments below. Share with others if you've learned anything about banking that we don't cover here. The first thing on my list is fees. And with fees, you have a variety of different types of fees. You have banks that charge you fees just to have the account, but then they say they give you services. You have banks that charge you fees unless you meet certain criteria, like have, say, $5,000 in the account without taking it out. Some have no fees. There's also ATM fees. If you're taking cash out, what do they charge you for that? You should be aware of what the charges are. What fees do they charge you for your overdraft? If you go over what it is you have in your account. What fees do they charge you for things that you don't actually know about? So what hidden fees are there? What ways can they charge you fees that they're not telling you right up front? So it's a good thing to ask these questions, because fees can add up if you're unaware of them. For instance, if you have a savings account where you're only allowed one withdrawal a month and you start withdrawing multiple times, not realizing that you're going to get charged those fees. Now, I learned that lesson a long time ago the hard way, and fees are something the bank tells you about in the little forms you sign when you sign up, but they don't go over all the details, because frankly that would probably take 2 or 3 days to sign up for a bank account then. Generally that's the experience I've had at big banks. So the bank I'm with right now, which is Wealthsimple, there's no fees. I haven't had any hidden fees show up when I've been using it, and the fees that I have been charged I've been aware of. I will have a link down below for them if you're looking for a cash account that basically has no fees. So you can check that out. All right, next. All right, so interest rates is another one, and interest rates based on what you're being charged for a loan, or any of your overdraft or anything like that. Those are important to know as well, but hopefully you're not going into your overdraft, especially as a new person to banking. I'd recommend not going into an overdraft. That's very expensive. But here's the interest rate that I definitely want to know about, is the interest rate they pay me for having my cash on hand. So with Wealthsimple, every dollar I have in there, I get paid an interest of 4.5%. So you want to check that out, because some banks offer an introductory percentage, which is really good, but they only do it for 3 months, and they don't really reward you for being loyal and staying with them. They'll reward you for leaving the other bank and coming over to them or starting with them, and it's really not even worth your time, actually, if it's only for a 3-month trial. And essentially, some of them will offer it for a longer period of time and then drop down. Interest rates are subject to the interest rate, the national interest rate, and so depending on what that is, the banks will offer you money for your they'll offer you interest for your money. Well, I had trouble getting that one out, didn't I? So when you're looking at going to a bank, check out what they're going to pay you for holding your money, and then on top of it, how long is that rate good for? And I don't mean, like, for instance, my 4.5%, that could go down if the Bank of Canada lowers the rate here in Canada, and same in the States or any other country. The national interest rate would dictate what interest rate you're going to earn on that account. But are they going to change that interest rate after 3 months or 6 months? The bank can lower it whenever they want. Then it's really not an interest rate that you should be listening to. Like when they're promoting, I'm going to give you 5%, but it's only good for 3 months. Well, yeah, no, I don't really want that account then. I want something that's going to pay me every day as much as I can get for as long as I can get it, right? So look for those types of accounts, but then make sure there's not any hidden fees, because that is the thing we just talked about. And interest rates are great as long as you're earning and not paying. All right, so the next one is convenience. And so when I'm looking this up, a lot of places talk about the convenience for locations, but I'm with an online bank, and I know dealing with a big bank, phoning in, it was, always a hassle, still is a hassle. I just closed my mortgage with a big bank, and to get information out of them was like pulling teeth, and I still have some, but yeah, it was absolutely painful to get in to talk to somebody over the phone. So then you think, well, if I get an online bank, what's it going to be like? Well, so far with Wealthsimple, it's been good for me. So that's a good thing to find out. How do they treat you with their customer service? Are they easy to talk to? Do they, do you have to sit on hold for a long time? Now, occasionally I've had to sit on hold for an extended period of time, but generally not too bad. They're easy to talk to. They have a much smarter way of ensuring I'm the right person than the big banks do. And going into a branch isn't much better because they're like, well, we can't help you with that here. You have to do that with somebody else. And so the bank you go with should be able to give you good customer service. And convenience may not be a location, which is what some people look for. How close is the bank to me? How easily can I get to it? What are the hours? Well, maybe an online bank might work for you if they have good customer service. So there's more than one way to look at that, and you might not feel like an online bank is a good choice because there's no branches there, but can the branches actually service what it is that you actually need help with? Definitely worth finding out. So we just talked about customer service, and how does customer service rate for you? Well, customer service for me is being able to actually talk to somebody about the issues I'm having with my bank and the things that I need to be taken care of. So that is customer service for me. And the fact that I'm now with an online bank doesn't actually hold me back from that. It actually has been improved. When you are looking for customer service, it should be somebody who can talk to you and deal with the issues you have and direct you fairly efficiently and quickly to somebody who can if they're not able to do it. That is really good customer service to me, and a bank that's going to take care of that is important. Like I said, with the online bank that I'm with, Wealthsimple, what they do is I call in, and to confirm me, they send me out a text or some other form of communication where I can answer right away, and that they confirm that I'm the person that they should be talking to for the account they're looking at. Whereas the big banks ask me a whole bunch of questions, and it's no good. So it's a pain. Like sometimes when I'm out and about, I can't even look up some of the questions. So I can't actually answer the questions they want to use to confirm me. Therefore, I go into the branch. And they're like, well, we can't help you. You have to call somebody about that. And then that's the vicious circle, right? So the big bank I was with, really unsatisfied with that type of customer service. Really unhappy with it. So you got to find out how it is that you are going to be helped and how they're going to work with you to get the things you need done and take care of you as a customer. So some people will tell you that you need to know about your account options, but the account options should really just take care of your needs. So you can go into a bank and they're going to tell you about all the different things they can offer you and all the things they have for you to use and share. I'm with Wealthsimple now, and I don't have a lot of the options I used to have, and it has limited me to a certain extent, but I have no fees. So I'm saving $14.95 a month, and it's probably gone up since I've changed. So that's a savings every month that I have. So really, as far as having those options, doesn't matter to me. They offer me a savings account which pays me interest that's combined with a checking account that I can use as a debit card anywhere, and a virtual MasterCard that allows me to do bookings or basically do anything I need to do with a credit card without actually having a credit card. So I have all the options in one account that have helped me to do several things. Now, I don't have a credit card, but I don't really want to live on credit. And as far as that goes, it is an option that I am missing out on, having credit. As far as loans right now, I don't believe they do loans, but they do have a way of helping you set up for a mortgage, but that is not an issue for me at this time. But if you are looking for other options with the bank, maybe find out whether or not having a checking and savings account or a credit card with the same bank as where your mortgage is really a benefit to you. Maybe it is, sometimes it isn't. So you've got to find out how those options help you as a client. And I know with my previous bank, having a mortgage and having an investment account gave me a discount on my checking account, right? So those things combined lowered my fees. So if that makes no fees for you, great. If it serves your purpose, great. Otherwise, keep looking to see if there's a better option. The next would be find a bank that has additional options. For instance, with Wealthsimple, my account allows me to also connect with my investment accounts. So I can do online trading. I can set up my TFSA. So if you're not from Canada, TFSA is a government type of account where you don't pay taxes when you take the money out. So special accounts like that, so whatever country you're in, if you have specialty accounts and they allow you to connect with those accounts, that is probably a good option to look at. So any type of investment account is good. There's all different sorts with this account. I'm not really looking for a loan or a mortgage right now, so it's not important for me to have those options, and they don't really support that yet, as far as I'm aware. They may in the future, but again, it's not important to me, so you need to find what special options are good for you. And as I've already mentioned, I have a virtual MasterCard, so having a credit card option doesn't actually appeal to me, and I don't really look for that for my personal options. But you may want to have a credit card with the same bank that you're banking with. Check that out. You don't have to have a credit card from the same bank. You may want to have points from a different bank or even just from a store that you shop at. That's just something you need to understand and get for yourself. But if you want the option to have it with your bank, you've got to look for a bank that has the account and credit card option that you want. So that's it for me. Thanks for joining me today on my channel, and I hope you have a great day. See you next time.